A cabbie shot 9 times and stuffed in his own trunk. A married woman with secrets. A mysterious late-night visit and a boy left out of the loop. Detectives peel back the layers on Rafael Hernandez-Torres' murder, tracing rumors of affairs, stacks of cash, and possible drug ties, until a shady career criminal named Marco Lara enters the frame, and suddenly, it's game on. Let's get into this.
Biographical information from you. Like to know, do you spell Letty or Letty?
Letty.
TT. Didn't know for sure, so. Okay. Can I get your full name?
Leticia Hernandez, Leticia. Hernandez, Hernandez.
Leticia Hernandez.
Mm-hmm.
And your date of birth? And your address is
24th Street, East Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
and your phone number, ma'am. Okay, do you have any other phone numbers?
Mm-hmm.
Any other way to get hold of you or anything? Okay. Well, I'd like to start off, I mean, obviously we got information that you knew Rafael. Mm-hmm. I'd like to start off just kind of talking to you about that, about him. You know, we don't have a ton of information about him. Can you describe him for me? I mean, what was he like?
He was real nice. He would help out the Hispanic community. I mean, that's pretty much, he was just so nice. Every time he was in Tulsa, he would just stop by my work 2-3 times a day.
So how long had you known him?
2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm. 2 years is Mother's Day coming up.
Okay. So he's nice. I mean, is there anything else you can tell me about him? Like who he hung out with, what he did? What he had the taxi service?
Yes, that's how I met him, because I saw his number on Facebook and I had court. And he took me, that's what he translated, and he took people downtown a lot. So he was familiar with the system and courts and all that. So that's how I met him. Yeah.
Okay.
Take people out of town: Chicago, New York, Mexico, Dallas, Kansas, Tennessee. He was all over the place.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever been any of those places with him, or?
I've been to Dallas with him.
Yeah.
We took a lady and 2 kids, dropped them off there. Yeah, just to Dallas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When was that?
Maybe a month ago.
I was gonna say, because I think it was Oscar or somebody told me that he took a woman and 2 kids to Dallas recently. You know more specifically what day that was?
It was a month ago. He would go there frequently to
Okay.
Texas.
So it was about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get to do in Dallas?
Just dropped him off.
Oh, so he just took them, dropped them off, and came back?
Dropped him off to our relatives, and we came back to Tulsa.
Okay. there any place that he liked to hang out? Any?
Yes.
Like how often did you see him? I mean, did you see him?
Every time he was in Tulsa.
Like how often
It
is he
was
in Tulsa?
it was you couldn't say, because suddenly he's in Tulsa and he gets a call. Hey, I have to run. So he'd be here for maybe a couple of days and then leave a couple of days, come back, leave the next day. It was just random. On Thursday, the day before he got murdered, he went to my job 3 times. That's how often I would see him. Like, if he was around, he'd just stop by. It was twice in the afternoon and then around 11 p.m. That's the times he showed up that day.
Was he with anyone?
He just bought a new truck, so he went to go show it off to me. It was I think a Tahoe, brand new. And no, he was by himself. And then later on, he was by himself. And then at night, he didn't have the truck anymore, I guess because he was going to San Antonio. It was, I guess, gas, lesser gas in the gray car that he had. So he was, I'm going to go in this car because I have to run to San Antonio. And that was around 11 p.m.
Okay. That was 11 p.m. Thursday night? Okay. And where was that at? Where'd you see-
Laundromat.
The laundromat?
Where I work.
Yeah.
He kept wanting to go to IHOP, but I was tired, so.
You didn't go with him? Did he go?
No, because I guess he said these people kept calling him to tell him they wanted a ride. I'm like, well, it's already late. And then well, yeah, but that's my job. I have to go. So he said he was going to San Antonio, bring some people. Like, go and bring people.
Bring people here? Okay.
So just to clarify, he was with you at the laundromat at 11?
Yeah,
Thursday
he
night?
was there.
Okay.
And that was normal because he would go, well, he would never go that late, but like I said, he was there twice in the afternoon. And,
if you would, just kind of describe your relationship with him to me.
it was,
I'm trying to figure out. I mean, it seems
fun.
like he spends
Yeah.
a lot of time with you.
Yeah.
I've kind of.
it was
Figure
real
it
fun.
out,
He
you
was
know.
just so funny and fun
Yeah.
and helpful. Hey lady, do you need anything? Are you okay? He was just always asking if I was okay. And every time he showed up, he'd had fruit. There's this lady that makes fruits, I guess, arrangements. And it was kind of neat. He would always bring me one. Or flowers. On, I think, Tuesday, he took me flowers. And he was just, I was like, what are these for? And he would just say, I just rather give them to you while you're alive. He would always say that. But, he was neat. I mean, he was like that to a lot of his friends. Just neat and nice like that.
Were you guys more than friends?
No.
You were more than friends. There was no sexual relationship. Because we're getting information that there was more than just friendship. Did he want there to be more?
Yeah, he told me once. But that was like a year before, and that's when he was, when he did mention that to me, I kind of stopped talking to him for maybe 2 months. And then he apologized and said, hey, I just, sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. I really want your friendship. And I said, that's cool, just keep it, just don't cross the line. And then we just started being cool again.
Yeah. Okay, so the only times you saw him that day were when he came into the laundromat twice earlier in the day and then once at 11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what time does your laundromat close?
At 10, but I always leave later because and sometimes there's just more people and I end up cleaning later, and by the time I clean everything up, it's maybe 11:30. Sometimes earlier, sometimes I leave at 9.
Okay.
It just depends the day. He seems so happy though. I mean, he got his new truck, and he said it was going good, his little business.
What? Yeah, I mean, it seemed like his business was going good. What was? I mean, describe your relationship a little more to me. What involvement did you guys have? Because
It was just friendship.
Just friendship.
Hey, I'm in Tulsa. You want to go grab lunch? Okay, pick me up. And it was like that. It was just.
Okay. Was he helping you out with anything?
Mm-mm.
Giving you any?
Well, he with rides.
Rides.
Because I don't
Giving
have
you
tags on
rides?
my car right now, so I would text him or call him. Hey, are you gonna be in Tulsa tomorrow? I need a ride, and he'd tell me yes or no, or what time, or. Mhm.
Okay. Is he helping you out with anything else? Financially?
Mm-mm.
Not giving you money for anything?
No, he just take me out to eat.
Did he charge you for these rides or anything like that?
No.
So you guys were friends then? It wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, we're hearing different from a couple of people. I'm just trying to figure out why would they think that he was helping you, that he was getting you a place, that he was trying to help you financially do something.
What people are saying that?
There's people, associates of his, people he knows, friends of his.
Any talk about maybe helping you out getting another car or maybe moving you to a different apartment complex?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I guess it was people I would see on Facebook that he would post all these videos. He'd always tag me, and it was the April 25, I think, where he posted this video. He would post a song or something, and he would just tag me in it. But it was.
What kind of song?
It had different themes. The last song, it was kind of weird because that song on the 25th, it was like a bye-bye, like, kind of thing. Like, yeah, it was.
So probably not like a heavy metal type deal. It was like a.
No, it was
Like it was like a sweet song, something.
It's not
something.
like a romantic song. It's not. It talks about the song. The lyrics are about leaving and not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But he did tell me his parole was he was graduating, or what's it called?
Drug court?
Good court, yeah, he was.
He was on this next month. He was so happy about it, and he said he was finally going to move in by himself. And I had, because we were friends, so we would talk a lot. So I told him I was wanting to move out of my house, and that's the only day he mentioned. Just count on me on anything, but I mean there was no plans or.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they're talking about. It's the only day he mentioned something like that.
I think maybe he had some aspirations to maybe getting a new place and having you come around more, maybe?
No.
Yeah.
It was just him being more the way he was saying he was graduating or ending his parole or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he was just happy about that, and he was living with his parents.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So he said he was finally going to move in by himself,
Okay.
get his place for.
Okay.
Did you guys
Excuse me.
Did anything sound odd or indifferent about him when you saw him last at the laundromat? Did he seem
Yeah.
distracted, or did he mention any old friends or anything like that?
Just, it was odd because it was that late, and he would never show up without calling me or texting me. And the flowers were odd. I mean, yeah, he would give me flowers, but it was like a hug and flowers, and I even asked him, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I'm just."
Where did he get the flowers?
Where did he get the flowers? I don't know where he got the flowers.
That's kind of.
I have a picture of him.
Was it like a flower shop or?
Yeah, it looked kind of arranged.
So 11 o'clock at night, he shows up at the laundromat, and he
was talking on the phone. He
didn't-
was always talking on the phone.
Right.
People were just calling him all
Oh,
day.
was that white one? That white phone?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
new. I
Yeah.
recently I got that phone for him. Well, he gave me the money, and I went and I got it for him. And
That's a cool phone. So he's talking on that phone.
yeah, he had the Bluetooth.
Oh
on.
yeah.
So he was always hands free.
Yeah.
And so I was mopping, and he would randomly say something. I'm like, what? And no, I'm talking on the. He was always on that thing, talking to people.
Okay.
Have you checked his history?
His history, call history.
Yeah, we're still working on
Yeah,
that.
The phones were in the water, so.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know where you got the phone at?
It was off Facebook.
Oh, you bought it on Facebook? Okay.
What do you know? What do you know about the crime, the events? Just what you saw on the news. I mean, have you heard things on
Yeah.
Have you heard things from other people on the street, or people that in the community?
Oh yeah, I've heard rumors. A lot of rumors.
Anything that sounds credible to you, because you probably knew him as well as anyone.
People ask me, was he in drugs? And not that I know of. I mean, I know recently he had more money, but I was.
Like, what kind of money are we talking?
I'm not sure how much money, but he would always have, like, every time he'd go give payments for his cars. It was across the street from the laundromat, the dealer, the car dealer. And even the car dealer guy says every time he would pay, it was just stacks of money. I don't know if they were dollar bills or 100 bills. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just stacks. And so I'm like, he would always, like, I don't think he had a bank account. I don't know. But he just started buying, like, gold chains and rings. And I even told him, that's kind of dangerous. What if you give a ride to the wrong person, and what if he's into drugs or something? And people do anything for drugs.
Yeah.
And but he wasn't scared or anything. But yeah.
What do you remember what he was wearing the last time you saw him, or anything like that, or anything that may have been different? Was he dressed normally?
No, he was dressed normally. Yeah, he had all his gold chains and rings and normal.
You remember what color shirt, shorts, pants?
I think it was a white. Was it a white? I don't remember.
Yeah. And he was in his car?
Yeah, I was cleaning, I was mopping and sweeping,
Okay.
and so I really didn't. Yeah, he just told me, come outside. He came like this, and I went outside. That's when he gave me the flowers. He's like, I'll be there in a minute, because he was talking on the phone. I'm like, okay, thank you. And that's when he went inside and we just started talking. Well, he just started telling me he had to go to San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had you ever been? Do you know the area where he was found?
Collinsville River?
Yeah. Have you ever been out there before?
Mm-mm. I know it's like 25, 30 minutes from home.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never been out there? Have you ever heard anybody talk about it? Ever heard anybody that you know of go out there?
No. I've never been out there.
Okay.
Do you know any reason why he would be out there?
Because somebody lured him.
Do you know why someone would lure him, or?
To do that to him, I believe. Because why, if he's not on the road, he's at home, and if he's on the road, it's because somebody called him, hey, I need a ride, or can you come pick me up, or that was his job, so that's why he was out on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somebody called him, and
So you said you bought a lot of gold chains recently?
not a lot, but
Some jewelry?
mhm.
Do you have any pictures of those by chance?
Yeah, his last picture on Facebook, he had.
When was the last time you talked to him? Do you know?
11 p.m.
But like on the phone.
Cell phone, Facebook, text messages.
Okay, can I move that?
That's just two of them that he had on that day. You can't see the other one, so cross is so big.
And those are gold.
Yeah.
So those are expensive.
I'm not sure. I mean, yeah.
I mean, you think
I'm not sure how much, but
Gold's about $1,200 an ounce right now.
I mean, you think those are probably pretty expensive, or do you think they're like fake?
no, they were real.
They're real. Hmm. Do you have any other, like, do you have rings or anything like that?
Yeah, he had rings, but
Do you have any
let me.
pictures of that?
No, there's a video or his hands. Well, no, you can't tell.
Yeah.
He had rings, but I don't have pictures of that. Yeah. He told me I'll text you when I'm back. That's what he said, and then he just left.
Would you mind if we looked at your phone history, just so we can see like what times you talked to him? Because that's part of the problem we're having with the phone records, is tracking down who had contact with him and when.
Mhm.
You know, we're trying to establish when something might
Well-
have happened. Which the 11 o'clock's a good thing, you
Yeah.
know, because we didn't.
I mean, he didn't call me at all. That's why that
At
was
least he saw
odd.
you.
But you said you saw him.
But yeah,
so
he
you
did call me
knew.
that day earlier.
He called you earlier that day?
He called me maybe like around 10.
That
but
night?
yeah. But around 11, that's when he just showed up at my job.
Okay, so he called you about 10 o'clock, but you didn't actually, and then you saw him at 11.
I didn't answer the phone.
How long was he there?
Did I answer the phone?
How long was he there?
He was there maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, so not very long.
No, because that's what he was.
Okay.
Do you have any other cell phones or cell phone numbers?
No.
No.
Do you mind if we look at that day just so we can see like the phone history, like so we can see what?
Well, on
when
the
you-
iPhones, you know how it's like the
Oh.
last person I called Friday. Oh, that's the last call it shows. That's what I'm looking at.
Oh, so it doesn't go back.
Does your iPhone? Does I mean I made a lot of calls that day, because we were
Okay.
so.
But it doesn't
See,
go
that's
because
a
that's just
call.
Friday, right?
10:16 a.m. Yeah, I made a lot of calls. So the calls before that. Does your phone go back?
Mine goes all the way back to Thursday.
But see, that's
Oh, see, I don't even, because of how many phone calls you've made.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Okay.
it just kind of like goes
What about
from
if you look at?
See, mine goes way back, but I have an Android, and then this iPhone.
yeah
I
on
never
Android.
even checked it.
Android goes a lot way back. And I don't think it erases. But on iPhones, it doesn't go. And if I make another call right now, it just goes on deleting one, and
Okay.
so.
See, I go back to the 15th of April, but
Yeah.
I don't make a lot of calls with this.
On iPhones, it's kind of different.
Mhm.
Because on that day I made a lot of calls, and then over the weekend, I mean, another coworker of mine died too that same night. So
Oh, wow.
Crystal was shot down.
Oh, that was the girl in Tulsa.
Yeah,
Do you think that's related?
no, because
Do you think there's any possible way?
no.
You said she was a coworker?
She used to work at the restaurant I used to work. They closed it down a few months ago.
Have you thought that was odd at all, or? I mean, that's got quite a
It
coincidence.
was, yeah. A lot of friends of mine started texting me and telling me that's so weird. Both of them, I knew both of them, and But
Have you talked to Tulsa homicide at all about that, or?
no, because I wasn't. I mean, we weren't really friends. We were just coworkers. But I talked to his dad the other day. But that's pretty much it.
I'll tell you, you never know what can be helpful to guys in our profession.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the smallest detail you might not think matters at all, you know, could be something to link something else to figure it out. You know?
How long ago has Crystal worked at the laundromat? What's the...
No, not the
She
one.
worked-
She worked at a restaurant.
At a restaurant? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Another thing we're doing is we're trying to, like, and I asked you if you'd ever been down to the
Yeah, no.
down to the place. What we've done is we took, of course, you know, we were out there on the scene. I'm sure you saw some of the news. You know, that there was a lot going on down there. We took a ton of evidence from down there, and we're just kind of trying to rule out people, because you know we're gonna have to send all that DNA. We're gonna have to send all that latent fingerprint stuff. So we're trying to rule out people that, you know, if they had a reason to be down there. You know, if they were down there before, well, that's probably why their DNA or fingerprint would have been somewhere. Do you know anybody that's been down there and spent time down there? Because I know that there's oftentimes recently that there's been a Hispanic presence down there. You know, that they're like it's a good camping spot or a place to hang out. Have you heard of anybody from any of your friends or anybody that just goes down there?
No.
Nobody?
How long have you lived at the apartment complex that you live at now?
A while. For 3 years.
3 years? Okay. So you've never had any ties to the Collinsville area or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
I guess you could pull up my phone record from Sprint or whatever. I'm trying to see the phone calls.
Yeah, to try to narrow down who was talking, who, when you guys talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you have a problem with us doing that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you remember talking to anybody else that night on the phone or after he left
Me on
in
the
particular?
phone.
No?
And he didn't have anyone with him?
Well, well, not my husband, but my boyfriend. He called me, but that was normal. It was really late. Just asking when I was like.
What's his name?
His name is Mario.
Okay, yeah,
Mario.
Yeah, he just called me to tell me what time are you getting home.
Okay. Do you know what phone number that was?
Mario.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, do you have a phone number for him? Or?
I mean, I don't know everybody. It is.
And so is that like a cell phone?
Yeah, he just called me to tell me what time I was coming home.
Today or? Oh,
No,
it's
that
about
night for
one.
a
Okay.
Oh, he was
Thursday night.
so he was asking you what time you were coming home? Or? Okay. What's his last name? Did he know Rafael?
Just visual contact. The first day they saw, well, he came to a laundromat and Mario was there and hey, this is my boyfriend. This is Rafael, and that was that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been dating?
Going on 10 years.
Whoa.
Since I had my daughter, my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys been married at all or?
No.
No? It's about that time, isn't it? I get that all the time. I've had the same girlfriend for 7 years, so I know how you feel.
Okay, so Mario Martinez.
Yeah.
And you guys have been together for 10 years.
You guys have a couple kids, right?
We have 9-year-old. Well, she's 9.5, and then my 4-year-old. She'll be 5 in August.
Okay.
Just 2 girls.
And he lives there with you? So
Mhm.
he's live-in boyfriend, you
Mhm.
guys. Okay.
Do you guys live by yourselves, just the 4 of you guys?
Yeah, just us.
So Mario wouldn't know, anything about
No.
anything to help us with this.
Mm-mm.
They had just seen each other, and I guess you said you introduced them.
Yeah, they weren't at all friends. It was just visual contact.
I wonder why they weren't friends.
Because Mario is like real,
Protective?
can I say antisocial? He's just
Okay,
not.
yeah.
He's not out there.
Antisocial.
I
Does he not have
That's what
friends?
Yeah, but it's his old friends from childhood. It's not like he doesn't like making.
Just branch out.
Yeah, he's just like I have my friend, I don't need any friends, and so he's not out there.
So you and Mario have lived in that apartment for 3 or 4 years?
Mhm.
So you've known him a long time.
Yeah.
Has he? And you've always lived here.
Mhm.
Has he always lived here?
In Tulsa.
Yeah.
I met him when I guess it was like 2 years. He got here, and then it was like a year or 2 when I met him. So no, he was like.
Where did he get here from?
He's from Mexico.
Came from Mexico the 2 years prior to you meeting him.
And I've been here since I was 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he came from Mexico. He came to Tulsa, and he's been in Tulsa.
Yeah, he's in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Does he have any family around here in this area, or where at? Or
Brother. He has a brother.
where's the brother?
His parents are in town. His brother. Well, he lives by. Do you know Imperial?
The,
Old
Imperial?
Yeah, it's a nightclub. It used to be a Target, not a Target, but it's like in that old East Limo area.
okay.
Yeah, I
So-
know what you're talking about.
There's this across the street. There's
Yeah.
this
Toys
night.
R Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he lives in that neighborhood back there.
And the
By there.
parents?
The parents are in town. They're visiting from Mexico.
Did Rafael ever cause any problems between you and Mario?
Mm-mm.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And
Just the
please be honest.
the flowers. Why does he bring you flowers? And I'm
Right.
like, oh, ask him. And I wouldn't hide the flowers. I would take them home because
Yeah.
I just felt it was an honest friendship thing.
Yeah,
So
he
I-
had a little bit
And
of
so
a
it was just the first day he saw the flowers, but then as the time went on, I got more flowers, and he just stopped questioning me with the flowers.
Mhm.
Yeah. But he never.
Would you take these flowers home, or?
Yeah, I had to. I even took a picture of them. They're my dining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm kind of understanding that exactly. I mean, I think any guy would be a little aggravated at that.
Yeah, but he knows me. I mean, he knows I'm real. I have a social life.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows I'm making friends. I go out. I don't go out. I know a lot of people, and so I have a lot of guy friends. Rafael is not the only friend I have. I have a lot of guy friends and a lot of girlfriends. So it was weird how this happened, and his family was calling me because his family and him were not that close. So yesterday we were at the visual, and I was there from I was there for a while. I left at 1 a.m. And it's a good friend.
You don't know of any names that he may have talked to after he talked to you, maybe on the phone? Or...
No, he just said these guys that wanted him to go pick them up.
You think he
I
knew
heard
those
from
guys?
this other friend of his, Bernie. Have you talked to him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you talked to Bernie? He mentioned he didn't really want to go that night to go pick them up or something like that. And he mentioned Bernie told Rafael, "We'll go take somebody with you." And so I guess he did ask a friend of his to go with him, but the friend said no.
Who did he ask? Do you know?
I think Rafael always used to hang out at I think Bernie told you 21st Internet Mercadito. That's where people located him. Yeah, that's where he was always at. And I guess there's these guys that hang around there a lot. So he asked, I think it's a Hispanic, I don't know his name, and asked him, "Hey, let's go pick up some dudes from San Antonio." And I guess he told him, I can't, or I don't want to go.
Do you think you could maybe concentrate and remember that name at all? That probably might be helpful. No?
Did and you said he never mentioned any name of anybody he was going to meet or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
He just mentioned they were from where I'm from. Sorry. My Mexico birthplace. Like they're your which in Spanish they call them they're your paisas. Like they're from the same not country but the state.
Yeah. Is that so? That's a big area.
Michoacan.
A lot of people in that in the States, or
that's all he mentioned. They were from there.
Is it usual for him to ask people at the plaza to come with him on trips, or is it usually?
He has a few. He has like maybe 4 or 5 people that always used to help him. If he got a call, he has to go to Chicago, and then he got another call that he needs to go to Dallas, he would send somebody to Dallas, or sometimes they would go together places. So I went once, and then there's a couple of guys and girls, well, one girl that helped him out.
You don't know the names?
Or he would. I think you talked to her, Karina.
Karina, yes.
Yeah, she would help him out with rides and stuff, or if they would go with him, he would sleep, they drive, and then they sleep, he drives.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Did you go on the trip with Mario, or with Rafael? Did that bother Mario?
No.
Didn't bother him at all?
Do you know any of Rafael's family members?
I did not until last night.
To the funeral?
I didn't know them until last night. I met their parents, his parents and his sister, and I knew his daughter because we had gone out to eat before. Rafael invited me, and I'm taking my daughter. I want you to meet her. So we went out, and I met her daughter previously. So yeah, his daughter, I knew.
Do you know any of his friends?
I mean, he had a lot of
Anybody he would talk to regularly or anything like that?
Yeah, it was usually Karina, Bernie, the people at the plaza, and me. It was usually it was just a little circle that.
Do you know anything about him trying to get custody of his kids back, or visitation, or something like that?
That was going good. He would visit or take his daughter to school, and they were.
So he was seeing his daughter frequently.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's seen his daughter frequently. He was in some sort of civil process though for. He had an attorney. Did you know anything about his attorney?
No, he just told me it's been a while since he separated from his ex, and he was doing okay.
What do you know about her?
I don't know nothing about her.
Nothing about her.
I think I saw her last night. I'm not sure if it was her, but
Did you know? I talked to the people at the drug court that he was at, and I guess he went to drug court Thursday. Or, do you know anything about him being at the drug court place or anything like that Thursday?
see, he was always at court. He was always in courts. He was in Dallas immigration, Oklahoma City immigration office. So he was always in and out of courts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody? Do you know of any phone calls that he received recently of old associates or anything like that that might have upset him, or somebody from his past or anything like that?
No. He would just visit his old friends. But that was regular. I guess they're alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
He'd go and talk to them and give them good advice, but they're his friends.
You know who we're talking about or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So you don't know. You don't know any of the names. Anybody he mentioned as being an old friend of his, an alcoholic, or okay, anybody.
I mean, he had a lot of friends that, because of the same reason in his past, he was in drugs, was in alcoholism, in prison, jail, DUI. I mean, all these sorts of stuff. So he knew a lot of people. He knew a lot of people, and he still talked to those people. But nothing. They're his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he's trying to complete drug court, and he's cleaned up, and he's doing
I
really
think
well.
it's next month that he was really happy about.
Yeah.
He was.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure
His
out.
parole officer was real proud of him. He would say too, and.
Do you know anybody named Erasto?
Roscoe? Oh, is that
ERASTO.
Ernesto?
ERASTO.
Yeah, Ernesto. Ernesto what?
How you said that?
Ernesto?
Ernesto, yeah. Ernesto, yeah.
That's weird. It's spelled.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that was.
I was trying not to butcher it. What can you tell me about Ernesto?
The name clicks, but I can't.
Last name.
The name clicks, but I can't.
It might be.
Oh. Does I know a Rafael really good close friend that's the.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
do you
don't
know
think
anything
his
about
name
him?
is Ernesto. I just know he helped out with the rides as well. Yeah, just always hang around with. He always hangs around where Rafael used to hang around. He's always there. Last night he was at the visual, and he just helps him out with the rides, or goes with him. So one drives, one.
Do you know where he's from?
I think Guatemala.
Originally from Guatemala.
I think so.
Did he come to Tulsa from Guatemala?
Yes.
So he helped out
Rafael with
Rafael
rides,
with rides and stuff
or
too?
go with him.
So,
When is the funeral?
Today.
Okay, what time?
I think 12:30 to 1, something. Or it was the church. The misa was at 11.
Okay, so you're going to that?
I wasn't planning to go.
You weren't going to go to the funeral?
yeah.
Okay. I'll say I don't want to hold you. I mean,
Yeah.
what we're doing is, I appreciate you talking to us, but if you want, I mean, obviously, you're doing this voluntarily because we had the arrangement before, but please, if you want to go, feel free.
What was his name? Leon.
All you knew was Leon.
Yeah,
That's his last name.
That's his last name.
Yeah, that's his last name. Leon.
Okay. Do you know where the funeral was?
It's going to be last night. The visual was at Kennedy funeral. Kennedy.
Yeah.
But the funeral Calvary Cemetery, 9101 South Harvard Avenue.
And it's at 12:30.
12 p.m. 12 p.m.
Do you have a driver's license?
No,
You don't? Okay. So you don't drive?
no, I don't drive around right now.
Do you have a car?
Yeah, I have a car.
What kind of car do you have?
It's a Chevy Equinox 11.
Chevy Equinox. Okay.
What does Mario do? Where does he work?
He works cement.
Okay, he does concrete work.
And does he have a driver's license?
Yes, he is.
What does he drive?
He drives a white Tahoe.
Okay. Your Chevy Equinox. What color's your Equinox?
It's black.
Black Equinox. Okay. What does he work like daytime hours or nighttime hours or
Daytime.
daytime hours?
Let me ask you another question about Mario. Does he know you're here right now?
He thinks I'm out through windows.
Okay.
I haven't talked to him.
Does he know?
He was sleeping. He didn't work today because of the rain.
Okay.
So he was sleeping, and I just said I'm going to through my windows. That's all I told him.
Would he not want you to know? I mean, and just so because I don't want him to get mad at you.
I mean,
Excuse me.
I did because he was sleeping. I didn't.
Okay,
And then last
so-
night I got home real late because I was at the visual till 1 a.m. So I haven't really talked to him.
Okay.
And I was working all day yesterday evening.
I didn't want to get you in trouble because
Yeah.
we may talk to him. I didn't want to tell him you're here if that's something that you're trying to keep from him or something.
It'll be something simple just like this too. So.
Yeah, just trying to figure out, did you know of any mutual friends that they had? Like one of Mario's old friends, man named Rafael, that we're trying to link somebody that knew him, somebody that he may have mentioned
He
something
just
to.
that's the thing. He just knew a lot of people. And last night at the visual, you could just see.
Yeah.
I mean, alcoholics. There was people like from church, from I think even lawyers, and just there was just all these random people there. He just knew a lot of people.
Do you know anybody who was mad at him or upset with him or?
There was rumors saying a lot of people had jealousy. But rumors are rumors, and people saying he was with a married. He was with or flirting or wanting to get with a married woman. There's people saying he was in drugs. Like I say, it's just a lot of rumors.
A lot of talk.
A lot of talk.
You never saw any drug stuff or him talk about any drug stuff?
I don't.
And I don't know. Obviously I don't know him, but please be honest with. I mean, a lot of times in this situation, when we talk to people who have someone that they truly care for, they don't want to shine them in a bad light. But I just want you to keep in mind that, remember, he's gone. I don't know him. I'm not going to think any less or more of him. I'm just trying to find out who hurt him.
I asked him a couple of times, and he would joke around about it, but I never ever saw.
Yeah.
Or
never
saw anything.
And you never got the feeling from his jokes that maybe he was being serious.
No.
Well, what did you mean earlier? And I may have wrote this down. I'm trying to figure out what. You said we were talking about. You had said that, what if he gave a ride to the wrong person? You said people will do anything for drugs. What'd you mean by that?
I just imagine that what if he did give a ride to the wrong person, and that person maybe was did drugs or addicted or.
Okay, so you're saying
what if
those people thought that he had drugs?
No, but he would always take that stack of money out, or like pay for gas or stuff like that. Maybe they saw the money.
Okay, so you mean like take the money and go buy drugs?
I just think maybe because one day he gave me a ride in the glove department box. He just opened it, and got the money, and he thought, you shouldn't have that money there. And what if the wrong person?
Okay. But nothing that made you think that he was transporting drugs. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Do you think Mario is gonna want to talk to us, or do you think?
Honestly, no.
No.
He's just one of those guys that you can say shy, and you can say he's just not. No.
Okay. We don't want to get you in trouble or upset him or anything like that. We're just trying to get a little bit of help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to. Our job is to kind of find out who he was hanging out with and anybody associated with him until we get some information that might help us.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he didn't know him at all. So.
Okay.
So when you got done at the laundromat, you said at 11:30?
Yeah. No, all right.
You went straight back to your apartment? Did you say that?
Yeah. Probably stop at Quick Trip.
Quick Trip?
Maybe.
Where at? Like to meet somebody somewhere, or?
No. I don't know if it was one of those days. I usually do that. Just stop at Quick Trip and.
Which one do you usually stop at?
There's one right where I work at 21st and 129.
Yeah.
So maybe. I'm not sure. I maybe stopped there. I'm not sure.
Do you remember taking the flowers home that night from Rafael?
Yeah, I had to. Because I put them on my dining table.
Was Mario awake when you got home?
No.
Where
He was
he
asleep, or?
Yeah.
You guys sleep in the same bed or same house or same room?
Not that night. Because my two girls, if I don't get home earlier, they jump in bed with him, and we crowded, so I just stay in their room, girls' room.
Okay.
So he was at home asleep.
With the kids, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, so the kids were at home. Okay.
So the next day was Friday. And he went to work. You went to work, or no? You probably worked later.
Yeah, I was at home.
You home with the kids, or did they go to school?
I was home with the kids.
Okay.
Or no, I took them to school. But that was around 7:30 to 8.
When did you hear about him passing, and how?
I think it was 6 a.m.
You heard about it at 6 a.m.?
I think. No, it was 7.
Right before you took the kids?
Yeah.
What'd you drive up there?
What do I drive to?
take the kids to school?
I was in my car. I took my car.
Which car? The Chevy?
The Equinox?
I took the Tahoe because I don't have tags.
Okay.
So Mario was home asleep after you saw Rafael. You went home. Mario was at home asleep. You slept with the girls?
No, I went to their room because, like I said, if I don't come home earlier, they just usually jump in bed with their dad.
Okay. And then you went to sleep. You woke up. Was Mario there when you woke up?
No, he goes in early.
He had already left for work.
Yeah, he's been going in early.
Do you know what time you got home?
I think 11:30.
You got home at 11:30? Okay.
It's not that far. 5 minutes or less.
So you took the kids to school, and then I'm sure you probably talked on the phone because you just found out. I mean, did you talk to friends or people who knew Rafael?
I was in Facebook, and I guess I saw the car, and so yeah, that's when I started turning on the news and stuff.
So, okay.
What cement plant does Mario work at?
It's not a plant. It's not even a company. It's just there's like 3 guys doing
Do like flat work and
just
setting forms and stuff like that.
He's just a finisher. He's a finisher, and
Self-employed type of stuff.
yeah, he works with a contractor, and so there's just like 3 or 4 guys
Okay.
doing jobs.
You got anything else?
I don't know off the top of my head. Do you have anything else that maybe we haven't asked or that?
Do you think maybe relevant? If we had any other questions, could we talk to you again? Okay. Okay. Do you have a picture of Mario? Could I just look at it in case we do end up wanting to talk to him? If we go to his job site, we'll know who he is.
He's not a picture guy.
Not a picture guy?
I probably have one, and it's like you can't even see his face.
Is he like a big guy, a small guy?
You're regular guy.
Beard, mustache, glasses?
He's just regular guy. No glasses.
Okay.
Let's see.
Or does he have a Facebook or anything?
I have that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he's got a goatee.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Can't think of anything else.
no, I think that's it. I mean, it gives us something to,
Yeah.
you know, kind of better idea of who he was, and I really, really appreciate you talking to us. If we have some more questions, we'll give you a call. Seems like you were a good friend. You knew him pretty well, and
Yeah.
seems like you're somebody that he trusted. I mean, he obviously visited you. I mean, you're the last person to see him, really. You know, that didn't hurt him. Because I say that I don't know. He could have went somewhere else, but I mean, he sounded like he was going to pick up somebody. Seems like he's probably a pretty good friend to you, and you're probably a pretty good friend to him. If you get any information, if you think it's something that's important, I mean, you know, and I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if you had information, if you'd be scared to tell it. You know, I don't know. I don't know what your situation is, but I would hope that, you know, for Rafael's sake, that if you have any information, that you'd be honest with us and come to us and tell us, okay?
Or if you're scared for any reason or anything like that. So
Exactly.
we know how this type of stuff goes. A lot of people are kind of reluctant to talk to us about anything. So
We run into that a lot. You know, people are scared. And you know, it is what it is. You know, you can only do the right thing.
yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, thank you so much.
You need a ride back.
I don't think you. I think he's waiting for me
Okay.
out there.
He was gonna hang out.
Okay. How do you know him, by the way? Or
My dad,
your dad? Okay.
Rafael, and my dad as well. I mean, I don't remember him, but he told me he met my dad a long time ago.
Yeah.
What's your dad's name?
Rafael.
Sorry.
Alfredo.
I used to write Rafael. Okay, and where do you know his phone number and address?
He's no longer with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I apologize. Okay. Okay. Well, I sure
Appreciate it.
appreciate you talking to us. I hope we can find out. You know,
Keep working until we find something out
Took
for
place.
you and for Raphael, and hopefully we'll get some good leads and find out what happened.
all right. Did he give you a card so you can be in touch with us? Okay. Awesome. And again, I really appreciate you talking about this.
Thank you.
We'll walk you out.
Yeah, you will go ahead and walk around. I'm gonna talk to these guys. Yeah, straight to the stop.
Any questions for us?
I guess I should probably have you.
I have my own form, but I can fill that. I can write that. I don't care, whatever you. Yeah, I have my form, but it's up to you. Whatever. Here, let me just read that.
Yeah, you would have to translate it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I can't. I didn't know if you had this.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
Okay. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Marco Alberto.
Marco Alberto. Okay. Te voy a leer tus derechos antes de que empecemos a hablar contigo sobre cualquier cosa. Ok. Antes de que usted haga cualquier pregunta, usted debe entender sus derechos. Usted tiene el derecho a permanecer en silencio. Cualquier cosa que diga puede ser usado en su contra en un tribunal o otro procedimiento. Usted tiene el derecho de hablar con un abogado para obtener asesoramiento antes de hacer preguntas y para que él o ella esté con usted durante la entrevista. Usted tiene el derecho al asesoramiento y la presencia de un abogado, incluso si usted no puede permitirse el lujo de contratar a uno. En tal caso, usted tiene derecho a que un tribunal nombrado abogado presente durante el interrogatorio. Si desea responder a preguntas ahora sin presencia de un abogado, usted tiene el derecho de dejar de responder a las preguntas en cualquier momento. Usted también tiene el derecho de dejar de contestar en cualquier momento hasta que hable con un abogado. Usted puede pedir el derecho a la asistencia de un abogado y su derecho a guardar silencio, preguntas o respuestas, o hacer una declaración sin consultar a un abogado si así lo desea. ¿Entiendes tus derechos?
Todo.
Okay. He says he understands his rights.
Okay. All right. First of all, Marco, I'm Investigator Trail with Rogers County Sheriff's Office. Okay. I guess you introduced yourself.
Oh, no, yeah. Yo soy agente Castro y yo trabajo con la agencia de narcóticos, pero yo estoy aquí para ayudarles a traducirte. Sé que entiendes un poquito de inglés. So, prefieres que esta entrevista él te va a hablar en inglés, claro, pero si a cualquier momento necesitas que te traduzca algo o prefieres hablar en español, eso también está bien, como tú quieras, ¿ok?
Both, it's fine.
Both, okay.
Just something I don't understand, I will just go.
Okay, so I just told
Okay.
him honestly, just anything, that we will, I'll see you and conduct the interview in English, and I'm here to assist with any translation. And if he feels at any moment that he would prefer to speak strictly Spanish, then we can do that as well. But obviously he speaks pretty decent English, so I think we'll be good.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm investigating the homicide of Rafael Hernandez-Torres. Okay. Did you know Rafael?
Not really.
Did you know, what does that mean? Not really.
Yeah, like, no, pretty much I don't know who's Rafael.
Okay. But have you met him?
No.
Never met him? Rafael Hernandez-Torres, he owned a taxi service.
Oh, I saw them on the TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did couple of my notarized. I sell couple of my cars, and he come to my house and do couple of my notarized because he's a notarized too.
Okay. He's a notary?
Yeah, notary.
Okay, so when you sell your cars, he notarizes the... Okay. Okay, I got you. Had you ever done anything else with him?
No. That's the only
Any
thing.
personal relationship? Any?
Not even once. No.
Okay.
Not even a taxi, because I got my cars.
He never given you a ride?
No, right, nothing.
Okay, what about Rosa? You ever give? Does he know?
I don't think. I think she called him one time, but I'm not sure if she'll get a ride from him or not. To be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
I got another friend that asked him for a ride, but my other friend was saying that she works at the bar, and
What's her name?
Marta.
Marta?
Yeah, I only know her from Marta. And she was saying that he asked him for a ride a long time ago, but he was a perv, like something that I know about him, that he's been trying to be with all the people that is in jail. Like right now that I'm in jail, like some people goes to him to translate it or try to help, like Rosa can come to him and he tries to be with Rosa. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He tried to be with Rosa.
For example, it's not.
Okay, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
that didn't happen.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And that you
and
heard
he
that
trying
from?
to be with Marta before, but Marta don't want him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's kind of like people like that.
Okay.
We all knows him for like that. That's,
Okay.
That's the only thing.
He tried to get with a lot of
everybody's wives.
of people's wives, huh? Okay. So you know who he is. You know these little things about him.
Yeah, he was dead in the river or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I saw that on TV.
Okay.
Facebook and stuff like that.
Now, before we go down a bad path, okay?
Mhm.
I want you to be completely honest with me. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here talking to you, but I know a lot of the answers to the questions I'm asking. Okay?
Okay.
If I catch you lying to me, I'm not gonna be happy. Okay?
All right.
Because I'm trying to find out who killed this guy, and I think you have a lot of information that you may or may not want to share with me. Okay?
To be honest,
Okay.
I know nothing about who killed him.
You have no idea. You heard anything? Anything on the street?
No, that's the only thing I hear about him.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends that know him, and all my friends keep saying the same thing, they're trying to be with their wives and stuff.
Okay. What do you know about the place where he was found?
The police?
The place?
Oh, the place where he was found?
Yeah, where he was found dead.
I don't know.
Do you have any idea where that's at?
No.
Have you ever been there?
No. I just saw it on the TV. It's in the river, but I don't even know what river it is.
So you've never been in that area?
No.
Okay.
Never.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know somebody with a phone number?
7898. I think I have to see my phone to see who it is.
You have to see your phone?
If I got the number,
Okay.
Because I really don't remember all my numbers. The only number I remember is my wife's number and my girlfriend number.
Okay. Tell me who you talked to. I'm assuming you remember because it was all over the news. The night before. Where were you at?
The night before?
Yep.
Okay. I think I was drinking and the next door, because that's where I'm at all the time, next door with my friends.
That was April 30th?
Because my birthday that I put on my Facebook was April 28th, and that day was, Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, I think. And the next day, because we don't celebrate, next day we was drinking, was the 20th, and the 30th was the other niño. What I was doing with the other niño? Yeah, my friend's house, yep.
You were at your friend's house the night of the 30th?
On the 30th, April 30th, right?
Who all was there? Yeah, April 30th.
I guess my friend.
Continuadamente.
It would be her husband.
Que usted está llamando a su esposo. Okay.
And he's not home.
Y él no está en su casa. Hay una posibilidad de que usted haya llamado a este número para saber dónde está.
Que a lo mejor yo llamé para saber dónde estaba.
Correcto, eso es lo que queremos saber. Eso es todo lo que estamos aquí.
Le estoy
So then it was
diciendo.
probably me calling that number to find out where he's at.
A lo mejor sí le llamé para saber dónde estaba. ¿A qué horas iba a llegar?
Maybe I called him where he was, what time he's coming home.
Hay veces que él a veces no me contesta.
Sometimes he doesn't answer.
But she said earlier, he's never home before 10. Or never home after 10. But it's possible. She's got to understand that, hey, we try to be home on time. But sometimes it doesn't happen.
Pero anteriormente se dijo que él nunca llega después de las 10. Escúcheme. Que nunca llega después de las 10. Pero es posible que esta vez él se atrasó un poco. Nosotros también no llegamos a las 4 a la casa.
Exactamente.
Puede ser, es posible que ese día quizás él se atrasó en el trabajo o qué sabe lo que estaba haciendo que usted estaba llamándolo. Es posible que eso haya pasado.
Pues.
Yes, it is possible. Told that maybe it's possible that maybe that one day, maybe I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't home at a certain time when he was supposed to be home, like you had told him to, and you probably call this number, find out where he was. Is that possible? She goes, yes, it is.
Como le digo, usted puede chequear ahorita en el teléfono cuántas veces no le hablo a él.
Anytime.
Él a veces hasta se enoja porque dice que él no está haciendo nada malo para que le esté llamando.
And a lot of times he gets angry at her because he tells her I'm not doing anything wrong for her to be calling him all the time.
Obviously, he was. If he's not doing what you ask.
¿Cómo?
Obviamente él está haciendo algo malo si no está.
Pero me contesta, siempre me contesta y le digo que fuera de la casa mucho no está. Lo más está conmigo, con la niña.
It's very little time he spends away from home. The majority of his times are at the house with the little girl.
Where does he work?
¿Dónde trabaja él?
Ya le dije, trabaja en el roofing y remodelación.
Roofing and remodeling.
Small jobs here.
Y yo veo que él llega sucio, él tiene sus zapatos de trabajo
I've
ahí.
seen that he comes home really dirty and he has his shoes at the house.
Okay. Did he recently get, like at the first of the month, get paid very well for a job?
El primer día del mes o la primera semana del mes le pagaron a un harto dinero a él por un trabajo.
¿Harto dinero? ¿De cuánto está hablando usted?
No sé, pero ¿cuánto le pagan a él normalmente?
Pues no le sabría decir, a mí me lleva para la comida días pasados porque le digo apenas me acaban de dar
un número, 200, 300, 400.
Unos pónganle un 700 porque
Entonces,
pago renta.
En este mes que pasó le trajo 1000, 2000, algo así.
¿Cómo? ¿1000, 2000 dólares?
Claro, o sea, un número. ¿Cuánto le trajo él el primer día del mes?
No le entiendo.
Okay. El 1 de mayo le pagaron dinero a él del trabajo.
Es que él no le pagan por mes.
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que le pagaron?
No recuerdo. No recuerdo qué día fue el día que le pagaron.
What are the days? How much it usually gets paid? He goes, well, she brings money from food. I was like, no, give me a number. 2, 3, 4. She goes, well, sometimes 700. So, all right, 1st of May, did he get paid? He goes, well, I don't know. Ask me again. So, okay, when was the last time he got paid? I don't remember. Ask him.
A él le pagan por trabajo que hace. Si él va y le hace un trabajo a usted, le dan 100 o 200.
He says he gets paid according to what job he does.
Si
he goes, does one job one day, help out a crew, they give him $100.
Y si es trabajo de una semana, le pagan la semana.
And if it's...
Okay, that's fine.
Ask if she knows whose numbers those are.
¿Reconoce estos números?
832, mi hermano tiene un número, pero no sé los demás, nomás conozco la por área. En mi teléfono está. Tiene un 832 mi hermano.
Okay. ¿El número es de su hermano o en el celular de su hermano él tiene este número?
No, yo no estoy diciendo que sea mi hermano, estoy diciendo que la área.
Ajá.
La área, yo tengo un número en mi teléfono, es de mi hermano.
Okay. She doesn't know this numbers here, but she knows just this area code. Her brother has the same area code.
Where does he live?
¿Dónde vive él?
Houston.
Okay. What about any of these numbers?
¿Y los otros?
No lo conozco.
I don't know that one.
No lo recuerdo.
No, I don't remember.
Es que yo si conozco un número va a ser por nombre, ¿me entiendes?
So that if I can recognize a number, it'll be with a name attached.
El que único que reconozco es y el de mi hermano es... No me acuerdo.
Okay.
Because she called these, or they called her.
I'm gonna step out, or I think her. And Gavin will be back in here.
Okay. A él le da muchas gracias y ahorita él regresa. Yo
No,
quería...
pues, yo se las doy a usted, ¿verdad?
She said, no, I'm thanking you guys for all this.
Sí, porque como le digo, es todo lo que yo les tengo
This
que
is
decir.
everything I have to say.
A veces me hago bolas, pero la mera
Sometimes I
verdad
get wrapped
no
in
debo
what I'm
nada.
saying, but I'm not lying.
Nunca había estado en un caso así en mi vida.
I've never been involved in a case like this ever in my life.
Well, not many people do.
No mucha gente está
Me
envuelta en
estresa,
eso.
¿me entiende?
I'm really stressed.
I
¿Quiere
understand.
agua?
No quiero ir al baño.
She wants to use the restroom.
¿Puede?
Yeah.
He called from that number.
And his reaction was, okay.
That day, that one day, she can't because she doesn't remember the numbers, but she knows. She said, "Oh, he's a phone number." No, she did not say that's definitely his old phone number. She said that looks like it's probably one of his old phone numbers, didn't she?
No, she said
No,
that's his old phone.
she called him that many times. It has to.
She said that's his old
She
phone.
said she called. She said she called that number. She said she called that number. So I said, it's possible maybe you called this phone. Yeah, and I was like, well, you said you had that number in 2 months. This is April 30th. Not less than 30 minutes. I said, it's not 2 months ago. She goes, well, maybe I did call him. I told you, I don't remember how long has it been since he had the number. Maybe it's been less than 2 months. Josely said 2 months. I don't know. The guy in Kansas meeting the number of this is like her, the phone call is a friend of his. Where to get money from? She's never had one of those in her purse. What? Well, yeah. That's where that came from. She ran in one of her own house. I guess she just sold a big, cool ass big, Toma, déjame asiento, Blanca. Okay.
Are you willing to show me these numbers on your phone? Yes.
Lo busco.
Yeah. Can you do that, please?
Es el número de mi hermano. Es el único que
Yeah,
reconozco.
that's my brother's number. It's the
Okay.
only one that I recognize.
What's his name?
David.
David.
And his last name is.
¿Cómo se deletrea?
Gobellan.
¿Mm?
Gobellan.
¿Cómo se-
G-O-B-E-L-L-A-I-N.
G-O-B-E-L-L-A-I-N.
Okay. Can you type these numbers in there for me?
Puede, en la cosa de búsqueda, puede poner ese número, por favor. 918.
Espérame.
When was the last time you saw David?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que lo vio a David?
¿De ver en persona?
Ujú.
No lo miramos.
¿Cuándo fue la última vez?
Cuando fui a México.
When I went to Mexico.
Fui en diciembre.
December.
19-18.
Ah,
I think. Okay.
Lo borré.
Ponga en
En contactos.
En contactos.
Ok.
Okay.
Nueve-
Okay.
Okay.
Try.
9. Okay.
Okay.
¿Puedo ver su lista de llamadas, por favor? ¿Cómo le hago para en registros? Okay.
No. Váyase ahí. Todas las llamadas.
Todas
ahí
las
puede ver.
llamadas. What's the numbers again?
Oh, sorry.
9. That's it. Just today and yesterday, that's it. Just today and yesterday.
That's where she got all that money.
¿Dónde consiguió todo el dinero que
El que traigo en mi cartera,
Ujú.
de ayer que vendí mi cama, puede llamar. Hasta me hace que aquí tengo lo grabé los contactos.
From yesterday when I sold my furniture, you can call.
Y hoy
I have the
mismo.
contacts. You can call and verify that I sold my furniture.
Y hoy mismo me iba a ir a pagar la
How
renta.
much did she
And
sell
today I
it
was gonna go pay the rent with that.
for? How much did she sell it for?
¿Cuánto lo vendió?
¿En cuánto vendí? La recámara la vendí en 600.
Yeah.
Es lo más. Vendí unas mesas también
That
en
bed around
250.
600, couple tables for 250,
Ajá. Y el otro dinero yo lo tenía guardado.
and the other rest of the money I was saving up.
It was like $1,000.
Es como $1,000.
Sí.
Yes.
How did you save that up?
¿Cómo consiguió ahorrar todo eso?
¿Cómo que consiguió ahorrar? No, es que no ahorré. Le digo que ese dinero, esa parte.
Cuando
del
usted
gasto,
guarda un dinero,
ahorrado no tengo.
no, cuando usted guarda un dinero como que lo está ahorrando para algo, ¿me entiende? Por eso se guardó. ¿Cómo consiguió guardar tanto dinero?
Pero si apenas vendí ayer yo
No, los otros 1,000.
Los otros 1000, mi esposo los consiguió ayer para alcanzar para pagar mi renta.
My husband got him yesterday that he got it from somebody to pay the rent.
Who did he get it from?
¿Quién lo consiguió el dinero?
Mi esposo lo consiguió ayer.
¿De quién no sabe? No.
Con un señor, muy buena gente el señor. Él les puede dar el número si ustedes gustan. Y le
¿Usted lo
pueden
tiene?
llamar. No, yo no lo tengo. Pero él lo tiene en su teléfono. Pueden asegurarse. Fueron al banco de aquí a
There's
sacarlo.
one guy that my husband knows. My husband has his number on his cell phone. You can call him. Good man. He helps us out whenever he can.
Él les puede dar la información del señor.
My husband can give you all the information on that guy.
Okay.
Parece que su marido tiene muchos amigos que usted no conoce.
No los
Pero
conozco.
si usted me acaba de decir que no lo conoce.
No, yo no conozco a los amigos.
Por eso.
Ujú.
Parece que él tiene varios amigos que usted no
No
conoce.
sé si tenía amigos. No sé.
Pero para que alguien
Y yo
le
le
preste
dije,
a él dinero es que son amigos.
sí, nada más. Y se lo acabo de encontrar hace unos días en la tienda
Entonces,
donde fuimos.
Por eso, como le digo, parece que él tiene muchos amigos que usted no conoce.
Como muchos.
Tiene amigos el que usted no conoce.
Sí, puede ser que yo no los conozca.
Claro.
Y puede ser que no sean de ahorita. Puede ser que sean del pasado.
Correctamente. ¿Me
Ujú.
entiende?
Sí, pero yo no conozco toda su vida. Uno nunca acaba de conocer a los hombres.
No, pero yo digo, él tiene amigos que usted no conoce. Porque
Pues no sé.
cada persona que él va a hablar, conseguir
Ujú.
dinero, usted me dice que no los conoce. Entonces, él tiene amigos que usted no
Yo
conoce.
lo que le dije, el día que necesitamos para pagar la renta, le digo, si tú ya tienes amigos, le digo, consigue.
I'm telling her, hey, so it seems to me that he
Me
has
dijo, no,
friends that
me
you
dice,
don't
no
know.
tengo.
Well, what do you mean? I was like, well, if he got $1,000 from somebody, it's got to be his friend. Otherwise, we're going to let him all that much money. Well, yeah, that's probably his friend. But you say he didn't have any friends, so he does have friends. You just told me you don't know him. Friends that you don't know. He has
Él
a lot
me
of
dice
friends.
que
So-
no tiene amigos porque no le supieron prestar. Ese señor que le
Ujú.
prestó, si él no me está mintiendo, él lo hallamos, se me hace que un día que fui a hacer carnitas allá con mi prima,
Ujú,
lo miramos entrando ahí en el Morelos,
ujú,
la tienda esa,
ujú.
allí nos lo topamos y le dio su número, él le dio el de él,
Says they met that guy a couple days ago at
y
the
dice que lo
Morelos
conocía ya de
supermarket,
tiempo pasado.
and apparently her husband told her that he knew that guy from a long time ago, and that's why he borrowed $1,000 to pay the rent.
When did he see you?
¿Cuándo fue lo que lo vieron en Morelos?
Necesito preguntarle a mi prima qué día fue el día que fuimos a hacer las carnitas, fue un sábado parece que.
It was about Saturday or something like that.
Parece que, también no le pongan ahí.
Around Saturday, doesn't really know. But it was the day they
No, fue un domingo,
It was a Sunday
fue un
because
domingo.
they were doing a barbecue. It was a Sunday.
Y el 10 de mayo,
So hace 2 días.
no, el 10 de mayo fue de que íbamos, le digo, estoy diciendo, fue un domingo. El 10 de mayo yo iba a ir
Sunday.
a hacer carnitas con mi prima, fue sábado 10 de mayo, ¿verdad?
Ujú.
Entonces no fuimos porque ella salió cansada de trabajar. Fui el domingo allá a conseguir,
El día después.
el otro día,
May
fuimos y
11th.
compramos las
because
carnitas.
May 10th, they had a barbecue, and they met that guy Sunday, the very next day. So
Y
it's
ahí
gonna
me
be
lo encontré.
May 11th, and that's where they found. That's where they saw
Y
him.
al día, y Teña recordé ahorita, y el día que fuimos a ver a Artemio,
Ujú.
fue el día 10.
El día 10.
Sí, fue ese
And
día.
the day that they went to see
Hasta ahorita me
Artemio
acordé.
over there to get the money was on 10th. May
Hasta
10th.
madrugamos y llegamos temprano.
May 10th, and we even
Ujú.
drove all night. We got here really early.
Y fue ese día, ya me acordé.
She says, I just now remember everything.
And she got the $1,000 on May 11th.
¿Y usted recibió los $1,000 el 11 de mayo?
11 de mayo. $1,000 de qué? ¿Los que consiguió él?
Ajá.
No, ayer, oiga.
Yesterday.
Ayer.
They met the guy.
El 11 de mayo fuimos a hacer las carnitas. Él se encontró con el señor que se los prestó ayer.
They met on May 11th, and apparently her husband knew this guy from a long time ago. But it was yesterday when her husband got the $1,000 from this guy.
Y yo le dije que si quién era, me dice que es un amigo de antes.
And she asked him who was that guy, and he said that it was a long time friend.
Uh-huh.
¿Algo más si quiere decirnos, Blanca?
Es todo, oiga.
Oh,
Otra cosa, ¿hasta qué hora vamos a ir de aquí?
Just,
¿Se va a quedar él o va a quedar yo?
what's gonna happen?
Le pregunto porque mi niña está fastidiada. La estoy
I'm
oyendo.
worried about my kid. How long are we gonna stay here? Am I staying? Is my husband staying? What's gonna happen? I'm worried about
¿O
my
qué
kid.
va a pasar?
Oh, what's gonna happen? Déjenos hablar con su esposo un momento y ahí le decimos, denos un tipito más.
Ok.
Tell her, just give us a little bit of time. Let me talk to your husband real quick and then we'll let you know. Okay. Gracias, Blanca.
De nada, usted.
Gracias por su honestidad. Somos una leer sus derechos, ¿me entiende? Que tiene el derecho a mantenerse en silencio. Cualquier cosa que usted diga puede ser usada en contra de usted en una corte. Tiene el derecho de hablar con un abogado o tenerlo presente en cualquier momento de cualquier pregunta. Si no puede pagar un abogado se le dará a usted por medio de la corte. Si decide hablar con nosotros, usted puede parar en cualquier momento. ¿Entiende sus derechos? ¿Entiende sus derechos?
¿Cómo dice?
Voy a leer otra vez. Tiene el derecho a mantenerse en silencio. Cualquier cosa que usted diga puede ser usada en contra de usted en una corte. Tiene el derecho de hablar con un abogado o tenerlo presente en cualquier momento de que le estén haciendo preguntas. Si no puede hablar con un abogado se le dará a usted por medio de la corte. Si decide hablar con nosotros, puede parar en cualquier momento. ¿Entiende sus derechos?
Sí.
Okay. He understands his rights.
Okay. This is your phone.
Este es el número de usted.
This number was your phone.
Este número era de usted.
Okay. I know it. You know it.
Sabemos y usted también lo sabe.
Your friends know it.
Sus amigos saben.
We looked at your friends' phones.
Hemos visto los números de sus amigos.
That's how we know it's your
Por eso es que sabemos que este número es de usted.
No es mío.
It's not mine.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous statement.
Es ridículo lo que usted está diciendo. No.
You called the IRS with
Usted ha
that phone.
llamado al ARS con este número.
You called Armetia in Independence, Kansas.
Usted llamó a Armetia.
Ya sé con qué lo conseguí. Ya sé. Sí.
Oh, now I know how I got this number. Now I remember.
Ya yo hablé al IRS porque como tú has haciendo mis taxas.
Yeah, I called the IRS because I'm doing my taxes.
Yes.
Ya lo conseguí con un muchacho que ¿cómo se llama?
I got it from this guy. I'm trying to remember what's his name. I'm trying to remember his name.
No, pero mi teléfono no es ese.
No, this is not my number.
Yo hablé de mi teléfono. ¿O con qué lo conseguí un día yo?
No. I'm trying to remember who I got that number from.
Pero aquí. This is your number.
Ese es su teléfono de usted.
No, mi teléfono es el otro de atrás, el que de ahorita que tengo ahorita era el 2.
Your number, that was your old
ese
number.
También era su número anterior. Este también es el número de usted. Sabemos, tenemos llamadas del IRS con este número, llamadas de amigos de usted con este número. sabemos que este es el número de usted.
No.
Eso no está en pregunta, eso ya sabemos nosotros, que este era su número, que ha usado este número. Su esposa ha llamado a este número, del teléfono de su esposa a este número. Eso no está en pregunta, ya sabemos que este es su número. No vale la pena negarlo.
Mi número ese, yo no lo tenía ese número.
That's not my number. I told him, your wife has called this number. It's from your phone. Your friends have called this number.
No.
Your friends have this number saved in their phone as you.
Sus amigos tienen este número grabado en el celular de usted, con nombre de usted, este número. Okay? Eso ya no está en pregunta, no tiene por qué seguir negándolo. So you have no reason to keep denying it.
Everybody knows that you have this number.
Todo el mundo dice este es su número. Teléfono de su esposa, teléfono de sus amigos, el IRS, este es su número. No tiene por qué seguirlo negando. Este es su número. Ya sabemos eso. No está en pregunta.
Listen, if you didn't do this,
si usted no hizo esto,
you know who did.
Usted sabe quién fue el que hizo esto.
This is your phone number. The person who has this phone number killed Rafael.
La persona que tiene este número mató a Rafael. Y usted sabe quién fue. Usted estuvo ahí. Usted sabe. ¿Qué? ¿No estuvo ahí usted?
No.
¿Qué? ¿Pero quién fue? Usted sabe quién fue. Si usted no dice quién fue y sabe, usted va a tomar toda la culpa por esto.
Yo no sé.
¿Qué?
Maybe you didn't pull the trigger,
maybe usted,
but you were there. You know.
Nah.
Usted no apretó el gatillo, pero usted sabe.
No.
Usted sabe quién fue.
Tell us what happened.
¿Qué pasó ese día?
No sé yo, no sé nada.
Who helped you?
¿Quién le ayudó?
No sé de qué me hablan.
I don't know what you're talking
Ese
about.
teléfono yo no lo tengo ni lo sé.
That number I don't have it. I don't know.
A lo mejor no, pero ¿cómo?
I'm trying to figure out how I got it. I don't know how I got it. I don't have that number.
En la tienda tiene que estar cuando compraron ese número.
In the stores, that video has to be there. Or who bought that number? Who bought that phone?
I don't care who bought it. You were using it. You were using it when Rafael died.
No
you
importa.
Called your friend in Independence, Kansas. You called the IRS. You called your wife with it.
Usted llamó a Artemio allá en Kansas con este número. Usted llamó a su esposa con este número. Usted llamó al IRS con este número. Y este número usted lo usó el día que Rafael murió.
You called David.
Usted llamó a David de este número.
Ya sé que me lo prestó. Ya sé que me lo prestó ese número. Me lo prestó el
Okay, now I know who.
¿Cómo se llama el amigo de Chilango? ¿Cómo se llama?
Chilango's friend. Let me borrow that number. Okay, tiene que decirnos ahorita aquí. ¿Qué pasó con Rafael? ¿Quién fue lo mató?
No, yo no sé nada de eso.
¿Quién ayudó?
Yo no sé nada de eso.
¿Quién tenía este número antes de usted?
¿Cómo se pedía?
Trying to figure out who had this number before. It was one of Chilango's friends. They used to have this number. They let him borrow it.
¿Cómo se pedía, chavo?
Pero aquí.
No, pero ese día yo traía el teléfono ese. Yo traía el teléfono mío, el
It was you.
900.
Era usted este número.
Was that friend calling your wife 23 times?
Entonces ese amigo era el que
Was
estaba
your
llamando.
wife talking to him 23 times that day?
I don't know.
No.
Entonces su amigo era el que estaba llamando a su esposa 21 veces. ¿O su esposa estaba llamando a su amigo de usted 21 veces? ¿Aquí? ¿O era usted que estaba llamando ese día? Entonces su esposa también tiene algo que ver aquí.
No.
Entonces, ¿por qué su esposa marcó ese número? Estaba buscando a su amigo de usted entonces.
Yo no fui.
Entonces ella está llamando a su amigo. Y su amigo está hablando con su mujer entonces. Si usted no tiene nada que ver. Entonces ella. Su esposa ha llamado a este número. Y este número ha llamado a su esposa. Entonces su esposa estaba hablando con su amigo.
No sé ese número.
¿Sí o no? Entonces,
yo no recuerdo.
Si no es usted, ¿quién es? Entonces su amigo que está hablando con ella.
No sé este número, no sé, no me acuerdo.
So, you're not dialing it, then your wife's calling your friend, and your friend's calling your wife 21 times. If it's not you, who is it? Entonces su amigo que está hablando con su mujer. Si no es usted, ¿quién más va a ser? Well, maybe you're out, maybe it's your wife.
Pero ¿qué amigo?
Usted me ha dicho que este número se lo dio un amigo de Chilango. Usted me dijo ahorita.
Sí, yo conseguí un número. Conseguí un número, pero no sé.
¿Y por qué lo consiguió ese número?
Para hablar, porque el mío se había vencido.
I'm trying to figure out what number I had because I had it for a little bit because mine went out of service.
No sé cómo se llama.
No, I don't know the guy's name who gave me that number.
No sé. Pero
You drove by.
Usted manejó.
You drove by the place
Usted manejó
where Rafael was killed many times going to Coffeyville.
Usted manejó de ida
Going
para
to Kansas.
Coffeyville en el lugar donde mataron a Rafael. Ahí. Usted pasaba por ese lugar de ida para Coffeyville siempre.
You knew the area.
porque tengo familia en Coffeyville.
Pero usted conocía el área. No sus amigos, no hay maestro, usted que conocía el
Your
área. Y usted
phone
lo sabe, su teléfono
was in the area.
estaba en el área.
Your phone was with Rafael.
Las antenas, donde usted va, se queda grabado en el celular. Todas las antenas, su celular estaba en esa área cuando murió Rafael.
Yo no traía ese teléfono.
¿Qué teléfono traía ese día?
Rafael hit on your wife.
El 900.
No, I didn't have that number. The number I had was the 210-900 that day.
Yo tengo un amigo que a lo mejor trae ese teléfono.
That day?
I have a friend that maybe he had this number.
Who's the friend?
¿Quién es el amigo?
Vive ahí en la...
Who's such a good friend that he calls your wife so many times?
¿Cuál es su mejor amigo?
And your wife's brother.
Que llama a su...
And the IRS to fix your tax problems.
¿Cuál es el amigo que llama a su esposa 21 veces, que llama al hermano de su esposa y que llama al IRS a arreglar sus impuestos? ¿Cuál es ese amigo?
Yo lo conseguí el teléfono.
Okay. ¿Usted lo consiguió este número?
Sí.
Okay, he got this number. ¿De quién?
No sé cómo se llama el chavo. No sé. Viví por la 23.
He lives around 23rd.
Y gané por ahí.
Okay, entonces este número usted lo tenía.
No, yo lo conseguí nomás un día.
Okay, pero era de usted por un día. ¿Sí? Okay, yeah, he got this number. He said, I got it for one day, just one day. I said, all right, well, you got this number one day. Yes, I did. Okay. Entonces, este era el número de usted.
No era mío.
Okay, pero este número usted lo usó.
No.
Me acaba de decir que
usé pues para hablar para el IRS allá en la
okay.
En la
He used a number to call IRS. Okay. También usó el número para llamar a su esposa.
No.
Entonces, ¿de cómo aparece ese número en su esposa?
No sé.
No sabe.
No.
Su esposa nunca llamó a ese número.
No sé.
¿Por qué usó el número para llamar al IRS?
Porque yo hablé para el IRS.
Okay.
Es como, no tengo teléfono y consigo un teléfono con él, con quien sea.
Okay.
Hey, ¿cómo ofréceme el teléfono para hablar?
Okay.
Ya está, ahí está.
Says he got the number one day, call IRS, just like saying, hey, I met a buddy, and call your phone real quick.
Eso no quiere decir que yo lo haya traído ese día del accidente.
Says that doesn't mean that I had that number the night of the accident. ¿Y ese amigo conoce a Rafael?
¿Quién?
El amigo que le dio el número.
No sé.
I asked him, does your friend that gave you that number know Rafael? He says, I don't know.
Where's the phone now?
¿Dónde está el teléfono ahora?
No sé, yo lo conseguí una vez nomás.
No.
Para hablar, para el resto. Lo conseguí y hablé con mi cuñado también. Pero nomás.
¿El mismo día?
Is he saying he made one phone call?
Correct. Hey.
Seguí con él.
Okay. He just said, I called my wife's brother one time too. It's like, well, you had it for one day. Did you call the same day? When were the calls made? Do you know? For the brother-in-law?
Not offhand.
Not offhand. Okay. ¿El mismo día llamó?
No recuerdo.
¿No recuerda?
No.
Pero si me acaba de decir que solamente lo usó un día.
No, yo me juntaba con él seguido. Con ese
No, el número. Usted me dijo que llamó a su cuñado. Entonces, ¿quiere decir?
Sí, yo lo usé para
el
hablar.
mismo día.
No sé, yo lo usé para hablar a mi cuñado.
Me dice que lo agarró
una
un
vez
día.
y lo usé para hablar de IRS. No
Okay.
más. Pero no sé si fue el mismo día. La verdad.
Pero usted me dice que solamente un día lo agarró el teléfono.
No. Lo agarré para hablar solo una vez, dije, no dije para traerlo y hablar muchas veces.
Pero se ha hablado con su cuñado.
Sí, hablé con él y hablé con la IRS para ver lo de mis taxes.
Okay.
Cierto.
This is a name that I got this number. Yes, I did from a friend. I used it to call my brother-in-law and the IRS. I told him, well, you called the same day? He says, well, I can't remember. Well, you said you got the phone one time. Was it the same day? He goes, well, I don't know. Well, you should know if you got it for one time. What did you call? Well, I'll call my brother-in-law in the IRS then.
Y yo sí iba para Coffeeville, sí es cierto, tengo sobrinos, tengo primos.
Yeah, I have nephews, cousins.
La familia de mi esposa
Coffeeville.
también allá está y la llevo a visitarla.
My wife's family lives over there, so I take her that route.
Igual voy para Texas también porque allá está
And I go to
mi
Texas
familia.
because I got my family in Texas.
You're lying to me.
Usted está mintiendo. Y usted no sabe.
No.
You're lying.
Usted está mintiendo.
Sorry, pero no. Cuando ustedes me encuentren culpable, hagan lo que sean ustedes, saben lo que tienen que hacer. ¿Me entienden? Como ahorita está mi niña llorando, llore allí. ¿Qué necesidad? Está bien que nos investiguen un rato y sabes que en 8 días puedes venir o 3 días, pero ya tantas horas allí sin haber necesidad.
When you find me guilty,
cuando yo haga algo,
do whatever you want with
entiendo
me.
que tengo que pagar lo que hice.
And I
Pero
will
mi
pay
niña ahí llore.
if I do something wrong. But right now I got my kid crying. There's no need to be here this long. I didn't do it. ¿Cuál es el nombre del amigo?
Last chance. This is your last chance.
Su último chance.
You're lying. I'm done playing games.
Su último chance.
No sé, yo no sé cómo se llama.
I don't know what his name is. Okay. Un momento. Vamos. Párese, por favor. Dese la vuelta. Tome asiento. You good? You want double coffee? Oh yeah, thanks. No, walking on me, not double coffee. Que Ramón, escúcheme. Vaya a la cárcel. ¿Ok? En un momento va a venir su esposa y se va a despedir. ¿Entiende? ¿Ok?
¿Por qué voy a la cárcel?
En este momento tenemos suficiente evidencia para tenerlo usted como el primer sospechoso. ¿Ok?
Es injusto, esto es la verdad.
Todo esto va a ir al frente de un juez. El juez va a determinar. La investigación va a seguir. La investigación no termina aquí. Por el momento.
Pero yo, ¿por qué tengo que estar en la cárcel?
Porque I told him that right now he's going to jail.
Yes.
They said, why? I said, all evidence points you're the primary suspect. A judge will determine the investigations on that. We will continue to investigate, but for now, you're the primary suspect. He says, well, why do I have to go to jail?
Because the evidence points that you did it and you're lying to us.
La evidencia
That's why you're going to jail.
apunta a usted.
Pero ¿por qué si yo no lo hice?
Todo está apuntando a usted. Okay? En un momento viene su esposa.
¿Y qué pasa si
his wife, and we'll move on. We're not playing games anymore.
Esto es injusto, mija, que me estén ocultando de algo.
Yo sé.
Algo que no hice. La verdad es que me separen de la familia por algo que no hice, eso no está bien. ¿Qué pasa si en un mes o en 3 meses descubren que yo no soy?
Sale libre.
Y mi tiempo perdido de lejos de mi familia, yo sufriendo y ella también.
Y yo voy a ir.
No, oficial, eso no está bien.
Ya que...
Si yo hubiera hecho algo, yo
gordo,
pediría disculpas.
yo te voy a decir una cosa. Ve con ellos. Ellos van a saber que no es cierto porque yo creo en ti. Y yo voy a ir para mi casa y cuando tú salgas, tú me hablas.
Esto no está bien.
¿Ok? Una pregunta, ¿mi teléfono se va a quedar con ustedes?
Sí.
¿Y yo qué voy a hacer sin teléfono? Sin ni a quién hablarle.
The phone will stay with us. I said to her, yes. Your phone. Sí. Las llamadas salen de ese celular.
No tengo ni carro para ir a sacar uno, oiga. ¿Qué voy a hacer yo solo allí?
Todas las llamadas salen del celular de usted.
¿Qué llamadas?
Esta es la evidencia que ellos tienen, a ese número.
Y ya les dije yo cuántas veces yo llamo a mi esposo.
Él dice que ese número no lo ha usado, pero
Yo no sé si sea...
Todo lo que él ha dicho es contrario a lo que usted dice. Lo que él ha dicho es contrario, lamentablemente. Okay, despídase, que ya se acabó el tiempo. I'm telling you everything you said. It's not what he's saying. So,
he needs to tell the truth.
Tiene que decir la verdad.
No pasa nada.
No, yo me voy para la casa, ¿de acuerdo? Me voy con esto ahora que pasa.
Las miraré, mija,